It's a great honour for me to be asked to compare this evening, which is all about adding a little bit of glamour to a world that deals, of course, very often with some of the harsher realities of life. We may have borrowed the clothes of a traditional show business awards, but I have to say we've subverted it a little bit. And because of who you are and the type of people you are, drawn, of course, to work paid or unpaid in the voluntary sector, I'm confident that you'll enjoy some of the trappings of success here tonight, with none of the downsides of all the rivalry that goes with all those all too easily dented egos. I hope I'm not overestimating you. We're about to begin the presentation of the awards, which will see each category introduced by a brief film just to set the scene. Truthfully, we do know that anyone who has made it to the shortlist is a charity to be deservedly proud of. Remember, as I said earlier, that what happens here tonight is as much about sending a signal out to our communities that charities really matter, and that giving generously, of course, really matters. Now, the Wessex Charity Awards are the brainchild of one woman who just knew this was the right thing to do, to trumpet the achievements of many who tend to be overlooked in what they do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Jenny Warner of PAS Charity Recruitment.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for that lovely warm welcome, and really a huge welcome to everybody here this evening. It's wonderful to see so many people here. What has struck me most when talking to charities that have been nominated is the enormous respect and admiration shown not only to the people who work and volunteer for each of the charities, but also, and so importantly, to those people who benefit from the services provided. Although we've all heard that phrase, make a difference, so often, these people can and do add that vital ingredient to the team that really will change the way that plans are formulated and services improved to those that most need to have them in these challenging times.
We were all overwhelmed, not only by the originality of the achievements of each and every one of the nominations, and I make these phrases meaningfully, but they will agree with me, goodness did we have a very difficult task in choosing the shortlisted nominations.
The first category of awards is the Trustee Board of the Year.
I think one of the big things about the night shelter is our teamwork and the real care and support we have for each other in what we're doing.
Each of the trustees has their own specialist skill and expertise, from financial expertise, PR, creative and design. And I think that's where our strength is, because we feed off each other, we can help each other.
And the winner of the Trustee Board of the Year is Winchester Church's Night Shelter.
This kind of event and an award like this really helps in all the publicity and support for a tiny charity like ours. So thank you very much indeed. It's fantastic.
Well, the next award is for the Chief Executive of the Year.
Sarah has very strong strategic skills in developing and communicating strategy. She's great on the operational delivery and focusing on delivering excellence in care and services.
It's very difficult for a young deaf child to join a mainstream play scheme. So we have a play scheme where we have deaf leaders working with deaf children, so they're providing role models.
And the winner of the Chief Executive of the Year is Sarah Brocklebank.
Well, thank you very much. What an honour it is to receive this award. Don't know quite what to say, other than to thank my fantastic team and our trustees who nominated me for this award. So thank you.
Well, the next award is for the fundraising team of the year.
We're a local charity supporting local families out of our purpose-built home here at the Bradbury Centre.
The parents of the children we have describe us as a lifeline, so you can't really get better than that.
We look after patients who are 16 years plus, who all have the same thing in common, that is they are suffering from an illness from which they're not going to recover. It costs in the region of £2.5 million a year, every year, to run the hospice. And that's where my fundraising team and I come in.
And the winner of the Fundraising Team of the Year award is Oakhaven Hospice.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will have no idea how thrilled I am that we've actually won this. Most of all, I am pleased and proud of my fundraising team, without whom we wouldn't be winning this. They're absolutely blooming brilliant. Thank you so much.
And now we move on to the Volunteer of the Year award.
Amani came to the UK as an asylum seeker from Eritrea. Amani is the most big-hearted woman you could possibly imagine. She's had a very difficult past. She's brave, compassionate. She's an amazing translator, gives her all to people who are facing very desperate and uncertain times.
Sylvia is really special. She's committed. She's been volunteering for over 20 years. She runs an entire centre and she's so effective. She is a very special person.
Winchester Action on Climate Change wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Robert. It was his idea. He's been absolutely fantastic at bringing the important people together, all the key people with different skills, getting them to work together. He's an endless source of creative ideas and invention, and he works tirelessly, more than a full-time job.
And the winner of the Volunteer of the Year is Amani Amari.
I came to the UK seeking asylum seeker and have been allowed to stay here in the UK. When I moved to Portsmouth, I found Hazla Visitor Group, who became my friends and my family.
And now for the very final award, the Wessex Charity of the Year award. It is no exaggeration to say that this has been the most difficult of the awards for our judging panel to select. It is awarded to the charity that has demonstrated outstanding service to its beneficiaries, promoted and raised its profile, and been clear in goals and strategies for those achievements.
The charity was the dream of two particular gentlemen who wanted to offer people with mental illness the opportunity to recuperate in a supportive and caring environment. They chose the growing of plants as the task that everyone will get involved in.
You feel really special when you come here, and the people here are just so amazing.
Fairbridge is an organisation that works with 13 to 25-year-old young people who are disengaged or struggling to engage with employment, education or training.
I've made more steps towards my career path within the past month and a half of being with Fairbridge than what I ever have in my whole life.
The people here are absolutely amazing. They really believe in you, and a couple of times we've been told that if we believe in ourselves half as much as they believe in us, we can do anything.
Well, we design and launch community-based projects which tackle poverty and the effects of poverty. We're all about restoring dignity and reviving hope.
And the winner of the Charity of the Year award is the Cherry Tree Nursery.
I have to say the first feeling of standing here is utter embarrassment, having seen all the other charities all the way through the evening. Utterly outstanding, and quite how and why Cherry Tree should win this. When I see everybody else, I do wonder. But this is really received on behalf of the most amazing volunteers that we have come into us, the most incredible staff. I have to say, particularly, and I'm sure everyone else in the team will forgive me for mentioning Jessica Davis, who has to be one of the world's greatest individuals. But Rosalind Aish and Cyril Speller, sadly no longer with us, who had both worked with mental illness and the Samaritans, and realised that perhaps the growing of plants was the best way of building people's confidence again in this world when you've been bashed around and the pressure of modern day life. To be able to go into Cherry Tree, be amongst friends, grow plants, see a little plant start off that maybe 6 months later is being sold is just a great way of building your optimism. But on behalf of everybody, really grateful. Thanks. Thank you very much.